Ever found yourself staring at a growing pile of inventory, wondering how it got so out of hand? You're not alone. This is what we call a death pile in the world of online reselling. It's that mountain of items you've amassed intending to list and sell, but somehow they just keep piling up untouched. The problem isn't just physical, it's psychological. This video aims to delve into the depths of this intriguing phenomenon. We'll explore the psychological triggers behind the formation of these death piles. We'll understand why we procrastinate on listing those items, why we lose sight of organization, and how our focus on income can often overshadow the importance of an orderly workspace. But don't worry, it's not all gloom and doom. We'll also be offering practical solutions to help you conquer these piles, reclaim your space, and boost your productivity. So buckle up, folks. It's time to conquer these death piles once and for all. First, let's consider the emotional aspect of our inventory. The relationship we have with our items can greatly impact how we organize and handle them. This is not just about sentimentality, but about the emotional value we attach to our belongings, whether it's a collection of vintage records or an array of designer handbags. Emotional attachment can be a double-edged sword in online selling. On one hand, it can drive us to take better care of our inventory, ensuring each item is meticulously catalogued and stored. On the other hand, excessive emotional attachment can lead to hoarding tendencies where we become reluctant to part with items, even if they're not selling. But what about items that we don't have an emotional connection with? These often get sidelined, ending up in what we call a death pile. You know, those heaps of items that we promise ourselves we'll get around to listing one day, but that day never seems to come. This lack of emotional connection can lead to a lack of motivation to organize these items, causing them to accumulate. So it's important to strike a balance. We need to treat all our inventory with the same level of care and attention, regardless of our personal feelings towards them. Remember, in the world of online selling, every item has potential value to someone out there. Moreover, it's crucial to keep our emotions in check. While it's great to love what you sell, becoming too attached can hinder our ability to make objective decisions about pricing, or when it's time to let go of an item that's simply not selling. So our emotional connection or lack thereof to our inventory can play a significant role in the formation of death piles. By understanding this, we can start to address the issue, treating all our inventory with equal importance and keeping our emotional biases in check. This can be a game changer in managing our inventory and ensuring our business thrives. Now let's delve into the concept of task avoidance. Have you ever found yourself putting off a task, even though you know it needs to be done? This is a common phenomenon known as task avoidance, and it's something that many of us grapple with on a day-to-day basis. Task avoidance is often linked to the psychology of procrastination. Procrastination isn't just about being lazy or lacking discipline. In fact, it's a complex psychological behavior that's deeply rooted in our emotions and thought processes. When we procrastinate, we're not just avoiding a task. We're avoiding the uncomfortable feelings and thoughts associated with that task. When it comes to organizing and cleaning tasks, these feelings can be particularly intense. The thought of sorting through a mountain of items or cleaning a cluttered space can be overwhelming, leading to a sense of dread and anxiety. This perceived effort can contribute significantly to task avoidance. But what about motivation? You may think that if you were just more motivated, you could overcome this avoidance. But motivation isn't always the answer. Sometimes, even when we're motivated, we can still find ourselves avoiding tasks. This is because task avoidance isn't just about the task itself, it's about how we perceive the task. If we see a task as difficult, boring, or meaningless, we're more likely to avoid it. On the other hand, if we see a task as enjoyable, meaningful, or manageable, we're more likely to embrace it. So how can we shift our perception of tasks and overcome task avoidance? One strategy is to break down larger tasks into smaller, more manageable parts. Instead of thinking about organizing your entire inventory, focus on organizing one category, or even just one item at a time. This makes the task seem less daunting and more achievable. Another strategy is to find meaning in the task. Instead of seeing it as a chore, see it as an opportunity to improve your business, increase your productivity, or create a more enjoyable working environment. Remember, overcoming task avoidance isn't about forcing yourself to do tasks you don't want to do. It's about changing your perception of these tasks and finding ways to make them more enjoyable and meaningful. The battle against procrastination is crucial in dealing with death piles. Are you prioritizing income over organization? Don't worry, you're not alone. In the world of online selling, it's common to find ourselves placing profit generation on a pedestal, often overshadowing the crucial need for organization. It's understandable, though. We all get into this business to make some money, right? And when you start seeing those dollars roll in, it's easy to let the aesthetic and organizational aspects slide into the background. But here's the thing. While focusing on income is indeed important, letting the aesthetics and organization slide can lead to what we call a death pile. Yes, a pile of unlisted items that keep growing and growing, causing not only clutter but also stress, and ultimately a dent in your potential income. So how can we strike a balance between income and organization? Firstly, remind yourself that organization is an investment. Just like you invest time in sourcing your items, invest time in organizing them. An organized inventory equals easy access and faster listing, which means quicker sales and more income. Secondly, don't let the thrill of the sale overshadow the need for organization. Yes, making a sale is exciting, but remember, every item sold means a new spot opens up in your inventory. Make it a habit to refill that spot right away. This way you maintain a steady flow of items without letting the death pile creep up on you. Thirdly, consider implementing an inventory management system. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. A simple spreadsheet or an app can do wonders in keeping you on top of your inventory and preventing death piles. So remember, while income is the ultimate goal, organization is the vehicle that gets you there. It might seem like a tedious task now, but a little bit of organization can go a long way in boosting your income, reducing stress, and keeping those death piles at bay. Balancing income and organization is key to preventing death piles. Running a business is no easy feat. It's a constant juggling act. Imagine yourself as a circus performer, spinning plates on sticks. Each plate represents a different aspect of your business. Sourcing, listing, shipping, customer service, and let's not forget organization. It's a balancing act. And sometimes, amidst the whirlwind of activities, organization takes a back seat. The mental load of running a business can be overwhelming, and prioritizing becomes a challenge. It's easy to overlook the growing pile of unlisted items, the death pile as we call it, when there are other pressing tasks at hand. But here's the thing, the more you ignore it, the bigger it grows, and the harder it becomes to tackle. Remember, every item in that pile is potential income, so don't let the juggling act of running your business hinder your organization. Effective task management can help keep those death piles at bay. Now that we've understood the psychology behind death piles, let's talk solutions. First, try breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This can make a daunting task seem less overwhelming and more achievable. Next, set aside dedicated time for organization. This could be an hour each day or a full day each week, depending on your schedule. Prioritizing organization time can greatly improve your overall productivity. Another effective strategy is delegating tasks if possible. This can lighten your load and allow you to focus on the tasks that you do best. Remember, it's not always about doing everything yourself, but about managing resources effectively. Finally, consider implementing an inventory management system. This could be as simple as a spreadsheet or as advanced as a dedicated software. Having a clear overview of your inventory can greatly aid in organization and prevent the buildup of death piles. Implementing these solutions can make a significant difference in managing your inventory. So we've explored the psychology behind death piles and offered some solutions. We've delved into the impact of emotional attachment on organizing habits and how items lacking personal significance may not get the attention they deserve. We've uncovered the psychology of procrastination, the perceived effort, and how to overcome task avoidance. We've also discussed how the focus on generating income can sometimes eclipse the need for organization and offered strategies to balance both. And let's not forget the juggling act of managing multiple tasks in a selling business. It can be overwhelming, but with the right approach, it's definitely manageable. The key takeaway here is that solutions do exist. Breaking tasks into smaller steps, setting aside dedicated time for organization, and delegating tasks can all help you conquer your death piles. Thank you for watching. We invite you to share your experiences with death piles and how you handle them. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and content related to online selling and organization.